So if a comment has been ended in a single line, only in a one line, then that type of comments are called as a single line comments. If the comments are in two lines, that means more than one line, and it may be any number of lines, then that's a type of comments are written with double line comments. Okay, so next one is a link section. So what is a link section? So we are going to write the programs we are going to write the programs in the editor, C editor or compiler or interpreter. So wherever we are writing the programs, C language has to be supported. Some with predefined function. Suppose here mobile is there, ma. So in the mobile, suppose you have purchased a new mobile. So in your mobile, you don't have the WhatsApp with you. So you are going to install the WhatsApp. At the time of installing the WhatsApp, with the WhatsApp, other different files also will be included or not. What all the other files will be calling. So other files which has been included are the other files which has been included or nothing but which is used to support the WhatsApp. ఓకేనా సో వాట్సాప్ ని సపోర్ట్ చేయడానికి మనకి డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫైల్స్ ఆటోమేటిక్ గా మన మొబైల్లో ఇన్స్టాల్ అయిపోతాయి. ద సేమ్ థింగ్ near C language also, wherever we are executing the C language programs, like in the editor or in the compiler or in the interpreter, wherever we are trying to execute the C programs, it has to be the whatever we are writing in the C program has to be supported. So to support all the things what we are writing, we are going to use this link section. So in this link section, we'll be having hash include, for example, like hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h. So these are the things we are going to have. Okay, na? So next section is a definition section. So we have discussed up to two sections, that is documentation section and definition section. Now the third one is now the third one we are seeing is definition section. Definition section. So what we are going to write in the definition section? In the definition section, we are going to write the constants. Okay, what we are going to write in the definition section? Constants will be written in the definition section. Constants. So what is a constant? Constants are nothing but the value which cannot be changed, or the value which must not be changed, we are going to write in the definition section. So what is a definition section? What we are going to write in the definition section? We are going to write the constants. So what is a constants? Constants are nothing but the values which should not be changed, or the values which cannot be changed. Such type of things we are going to write in the definition section. Okay, na? So suppose for example, we are going to have pi. You know what is a pi? 22 by 7 or 3.14. Okay, so we are having the value, no, so we cannot, such type of values we cannot change. So those are the standard values. Or for any variables, for any values, if you wanted to give values, then that value must not be changed throughout the program. Then we are going to use this constants. So constants are values which cannot be changed or should not change. Such type of values are called as a constants. Okay, na? So how we can achieve the constants? With the help of header file hash define. So hash define is a header file which is used to write the constants. Okay, na? So this is about the constants. So next option we are going to have is, so up to now we have discussed about three options. So that is documentation section, link section, definition section. Next one is global variable declaration section. Next section is global. So next section is global variable declaration section. Global variable declaration section. Okay, na? So what you are going to write in this global variable? So before the or throughout the program, anywhere we wanted to use. Got it understood now? Throughout the program, wherever we wanted to use, we can use the values which has been written in this section. Okay, so మనం ఈ గ్లోబల్ వేరియబుల్ డిక్లరేషన్ అనే సెక్షన్ లో ఏది రాసినా సరే, so whatever we are going to write in this section, we can use that throughout the program. మొత్తం ప్రోగ్రామ్ మొత్తంలో మనము యూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అన్నమాట. Such type of things we have to define this global variable declaration section. So global variables ante enti? So the elements, the elements which written in this section can be used throughout the program. Okay, na? Throughout the program, we can use the elements, whatever we have written in this section. Such type of section is called as a global variable declaration section. So next type of section, next section is a void main. Next section is void main. So void main ante enti? So this is the main element, or this is the main thing which has to be present in the program. So what this void main is going to do? Void main is responsible for executing of the program. So what is the use of this void main? Its responsibility to execute the program. Okay na? Program ni execute cheyadaniki we'll be using this void main. Okay, and who is going to control this void main? Operating system. Operating system is going to control this void main. So ee void main ni ever control chestaru? Operating system control చేస్తుంది అన్నమాట. So here the operating system responsibility to execute the program. So whatever the inputs we have given, that inputs will be taken by this void main, and that inputs will be executed in this void main. Okay na? So the important element throughout your program is this void main. So void main, what is the responsibility of the void main? So void main responsibility is to execute your program. The program ఏదైతే ఉందో దాన్ని execute చేయడానికి we are going to use this void main. And who is going to take the control of this void main? Operating system is going to take the control of this void main. So operating system అనేది control చేస్తుంది అన్నమాట this void main ని. Okay na? So next section is, after the void main, the next section what we are going to write is variable declaration. Variable declaration. Okay na? So okay, So next section is a variable declaration section. So variable declaration section ante enti ante, if we wanted to give any input, so మనం ఏదైనా system కి input ఇద్దాము అనుకుంటున్నాం, how we are going to give input to the system using of this variable declaration. Variables ని యూజ్ చేసే మనము input అనేది ఇస్తామన్నమాట system కి, ఓకేనా. సో the input where we are going to write the input, the place where we are going to write the input, or using of these variables we are going to write the input, okay na. So what are the variables? Variables are called as a alphabets. What is a variable? Variable is called as a just alphabets, okay na. So instead of writing the numbers directly, మనం numbers అనేవి డైరెక్ట్ గా రాయకుండా we are going to write the variables. So what are variables? Variables are called as a, so variables are called as a alphabets. Variables are called as the alphabets, okay. And if you wanted to give input to the system, మనము input ఇవ్వాలి అనుకుంటే system కి, using of these variables only we can give input to the system. Input will be given using variables, okay. Variables, okay na. So next section వచ్చేసి, after this the next section we are having is, next section we are having is function declaration. Function declaration. So function declaration ante enti? So suppose we wanted to, actual ga programming concept enti, we have to write the program only for one time, and it should have a capability to execute for many number of times. Got it? So what is a programming concept? మనం ఏ లాంగ్వేజ్ లో ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాసినా సరే, so what is our programming concept? We have to write the program only for one time, and it should have a capability to execute it for any number of times. Such type of concept is called as a programming. అలా మనము ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఒక్కసారి రాసి any number of times we wanted to use, then we have to use this function declaration. So what is the use of this function declaration? Function declaration helps to write the program only for one time, and whatever we have written in this function we can use it for many number of times. That is the use of this function declaration. So function declaration helps to write program one time and can execute any number of times. That is called as a function declaration, okay na. So next and the last section is a executable statements. Executable statements, okay na. So what is a executable statements? Where we are trying to execute, or where we are wanted to get our outputs, okay na. So మనము ఎక్కడైతే మన అవుట్పుట్స్ కోసం చూస్తామో, so where we are trying to get our outputs, so from where we have to get the output, all these things we are going to write in this executable statements. So executable statements are used to get the output. So whatever the input we have given, but that input, if we wanted to get the output, we will be getting that output from this executable statements. Okay na? So this is the actual structure of the C language. So here from this variable declaration, this executable statements, we are going to write inside the main method. So inside the void main, we are going to write all these values. So a values ni rastam manamu main method lo from these variable declaration. Okay, variable declaration nunchi. So what we are going to write? So from this variable declaration to executable statements, all these we are going to write in the void main. Void main lo rastam anamata manam. Okay na? So all the values will be written. Function, variable declaration, function declaration, executable statements will present inside the main method. So or void main, మన main method అనొచ్చు లేకపోతే void main అయినా అనొచ్చు. ఓకేనా? So all the values will be present inside the main method. Okay, now just we will see a structure. ఎలా రాస్తామో ఒకసారి మీకు స్ట్రక్చర్ రాసి చూపిస్తానమ్మా. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద పార్ట్స్ we are going to have, and now we will see the structure here. Okay, so see the structure here. First ఏంటి మనకి documentation section. Documentation section. Okay na? The next section is link section. Right? After the link section, what we are going to have? Definition section. Definition section. After definition section, global variable declaration section. Next one is void main. So here in this open brackets, we are going to write all these variable declaration, and each line ends with the semicolon. Next one is function declaration. Next one is function declaration. Okay, ends with the semicolon. Executable statements. Ends with the semicolon. Okay, executable statements. So next, after that, we are going to close. Okay na? So this is a way we are going to write the program. Okay, so this is a structure of the C program. So we have kept a semicolon on each and every line. See here, ma. So inside the main method, main లోపల void main లోపల మాత్రమే మనకి actual execution అనేది జరుగుతుందన్నమాట. So to note, tell the system, to tell the who is going to control this void main. Void main is going to control by the operating system, right? So here we are telling the operating system that the line has been completed. So before main undi kada, So before main, we are writing these 3 sections. So no need to bother about these 4 sections. Endukante these are the only things which will be supporting in the program. It acts like a supporting in the program. Support cheyadaniki maatrame work chestayi meeku, but is not actually involved in the execution of the program. మీకు యాక్చువల్ గా ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ లో మాత్రము ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవ్వట్లేదు. Got it? Note down, understood ma? So but where the actual program process will be done only in the void main lo maatrame manaki actual execution of the program anedi jarugutundi. Okay, so as the actual execution of the program starts doing from this సో ఇక్కడ మనకి ఏంటి ఈ సెక్షన్ అనేది ఏంటి అంటే సపోర్టింగ్ సెక్షన్ అంతే. సో దిస్ ఇస్ గోయింగ్ టు సపోర్ట్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్, బట్ వేర్ ద యాక్చువల్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ విల్ బి ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ఓపెన్ కర్లీ బ్రేసెస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, అక్కడి నుంచి ఇక్కడ వరకు యాక్చువల్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది. సో టు టెల్ ద సిస్టమ్ దట్ లైన్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ కంప్లీట్, టు స్పెసిఫై దట్ we are going to use a semicolon here. Okay, right ma? So this is the program. Now we will try to write the example program. Okay, example program radha. Okay, so the first program is we want to execute or we want to show in the output as hello world. Okay na? So my first program is program 1 is hello world. So now see here how to write the program. First section enti documentation section, ante comments we are going to write. Single line rayachu, double line rayachu. Suppose I am taking single line. Okay, so this is my first C program. Okay na? And these comments will not be included in the execution of the program, will be present in the program but will not be included in actual execution of the program. Actual ga program execution lo involve avvavu, just this will be present inside the program, and this is not going to disturb the program also, just this is going to give information about the program. Next one is a link section. The link sections unnai manaki 2, that is hash include stdio.h, and the next one is hash include conio.h. Two header files unnai kada manaki stdio.h, conio.h. Okay na? So we have wrote. Next one is a definition section. Definition section ante enti? So constants has to be included. So constants ela rastamu, and listen here ma, so these are the optional things. So this is optional, like documentation section, link section matram compulsory undali, but this documentation section, definition section, global variable optional. If you want we can write it, if you don't want we can remove that also. Okay na? Global variables kavali ante raskochu, lekapothe we can avoid that. Next one is void main. Okay, next open the brackets. If we want to print anything in the output window, we have to use printf. Printf main print cheyalanuntunnam hello world. Okay, so this is a program. This is my first program. So link section ante enti? So hash include stdio.h, ante if you want to accept the input or if you wanted to give the output, so we have to use this link section. So link section valla use enti ante give the input, accept the input and to give the output. So we are going to use this link sections. Okay, now we will try to execute the program here. So I'll try to execute the program here in the compiler. So see here hash include stdio we have wrote and run the program. Just a second, ma. No space is will be there, ma. No, not H capital. In this codes, we can write anything. Actually, it is a online compiler, ma. So lot of changes will be there from normal compiler to the online compiler. See, okay, got it? Yeah. So see here, ma. So we have got the semicolon, no? I wrote the semicolon. Got it understood? See in the out hello world we have got, because it is an online compiler, we'll have some more errors will be there in the online compiler, ma. ఎందుకంటే మనకి ఆన్లైన్ కంపైలర్ కి మన సిస్టమ్ లో ఉన్న సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కి lot of changes will be there. Okay, so I'll try to get own software తీసుకురావడానికి సిస్టమ్ లో ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసి I'll show you that software instead of this online compiler. Okay, and this is the first program, ma. So this is the way we are going to write the programs. Got it? So any doubts have to hear, ma? That I'll tell you, ma. Just once we have jumped into that complete topic, I can explain this. Then you'll understand what is this void and int. Okay? Smart. Turbo C++ only. I'll try to get the Turbo C and I'll show you in that only. Okay? Just I'll again, as the time has been up, ma. So I'll again start the session. Please join everyone with the same link. Actually, only 1 minute is it. Again, after closing it, again you restart. Again you join. I'll show you how about the recording classes.